Hi there, Alan Reece with the law firm of Frank and Kraft. Today we're talking with Sandra Dietrich, who is a geriatric care manager and registered nurse with Alliance here in Indianapolis. Today we're talking about independent living facilities that were often in the past also referred to as retirement homes. Hi, Sandy.
Good morning, Alan. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
So tell me a little bit about what an independent living facility is, who benefits from it, what resources it offers, what are they?
Well, independent living is just that. We see folks coming there who still are fairly independent with all the functions of life. Typically, we see folks who may be needing a little more help in the way of meals. I think there comes a time when women decide they really don't want to cook anymore.
Okay.
And so the meals at home begin to become less and less. The guys decide that, cutting the lawn and trimming the bushes really isn't all it's cracked up to be. And
Sure.
so that's not happening as much. And truly the laundry and the housekeeping tasks are a bit overwhelming for some folks after a while. And so those are typically the kinds of reasons that people would reach out to an independent living area and decide it's time to move.
Okay. And so they're basically someone who they're maybe they just don't want to deal with all the hassle of having their own home, handling all the bills and the upkeep, and they want to go somewhere where the upkeep is just not so intensive, and they might get just a little bit extra help.
You bet. We point out, of course, that at this place, there's not going to be, on-site nursing care available. You can ask the folks prior to moving in if they are okay with you bringing in support staff if you wish, and usually they will do that. But that's one of the key things to look at. But yes, the goal would be to have a place that lines up with what your needs are, and always keeping in mind, okay, I'm in this independent space, and what about the future? Where am I going to go? Is it my desire to live solely in an apartment, or do I need to look for a place that will give me a place to age?
So that's my next question. Who is assisted living not a good fit for? Who would it not be a good idea for? I assume someone who's got care needs that would exceed what you could normally get at an independent living facility.
Exactly. Independent living is just that. And I think that typically what I see is that there's usually a family member on board that's helping guide this. If that person is needing extensive care, then they're not going to be going into an independent care setting because the resources just won't be available to them, and that's readily seen by the facility. Assisted living provides that step up, and it can be from anything as little as I need you to help me manage my medication all the way up to complete care.
Okay. When someone is trying to find an independent living facility, I assume that there's a lot of different factors folks are looking at. What are some of the things folks should keep in mind when they're looking for a retirement home or independent living facility?
I think for the most part, folks look to downsize. They look to be near the location that they already are. They want to be near family. So that's a deciding factor. So you sort of zero in on an area and what's in that area and sort of go from there.
Okay.
That's the place to start. And truly, it's a matter of going from place to place and getting a feel for the size, the area, or what kind of grounds they have that enable you to get out and walk. Is there something, are there stores nearby? Do they provide transportation to those stores? Those kinds of things that still enable them to do all the things that they like, but live in a setting that is a little bit downsized.
Okay. Any final thoughts or things to keep in mind as people are looking among the options they have for independent living?
I would say that if you need help in the midst of that. And oftentimes we have family members from out of state calling just to ask for a little bit of help. You can always seek out a geriatric care manager. You can go to the national website, the National Association for Professional Geriatric Care Managers. Click on your state and you would be able to choose from a long list of geriatric care managers in your area, and they can be very helpful at helping guide you once they know what you're looking for.
Sure, and there's a link to the National Association of Professional Geriatric Care Managers at the Eldercare channel, and we'll have a link to there from this video. Something else when people are downsizing they may want to keep in mind, there are also certified senior movers as well that can actually help with that process of downsizing, because sometimes it's very hard, not just because there's all this extra stuff, but also if you're moving into a smaller space, how do you choose the things that are most important to you? How do you get them set up in a way that you see them? We've had some great conversations here at the Eldercare channel with those folks who specialize in that as well.
Exactly. Good point, Alan.
Sandy, thank you for coming in here today and talking with us. And thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or follow-ups, please feel free to contact either me, Alan Reece, for any sort of legal or elder law issues that come up, or you can contact Sandy, who is a geriatric care manager and helps folks do this kind of transition all the time. Thanks.